And we are here with Linda Hoglum, a Norman County 4-H Extension educator. And Linda, we have had a very busy fair here so far, but taking a look to the future, you just kind of want to tell us some of the events that we have coming up starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow. Okay. Well, tomorrow morning we'll start off with the swine show, and then we'll move into the beef show, and then the dairy. Later then in the afternoon, we'll be doing the fashion review. And then the judging is done first at 1:30, and then the show will follow. And we're hoping that it works to do it on the Tommy Rush Memorial Stage. And then actually we have at 3 o'clock, we have a 4-H dog demonstration. So people are going to be able to see some of the things that the 4-Hers have been learning and working on in the dog project, which include, of course, the obedience and showmanship and rally and those things, but they also have started working on some agility. So they're going to be able to check out some of those things. So.
I told you there was going to be no really hard questions, but out of all the events, which one do you tend to enjoy the most?
Oh, no, that's not fair. You know what? I enjoy them all equally. I really do. And just like when they did the judging in the 4-H building on Tuesday, every year it's like, I can't believe that these kids are coming up with these awesome projects and different projects and new things and things that I never would have thought of. And so real exciting. But yeah, so no, I enjoy all of the different ones. And today we had the horse show, and we're also actually right now we're getting ready for the sheep show and alpaca and the goat show. But also we're having a livestock demonstration this evening as well. So, but tomorrow after the dog demonstration, we actually have our pet show as well. So we keep rolling along.
And of course, the fair it's a very busy time for you guys over at Norman County 4-H. But just how has the event gone so far? How has everything been moving along? Weather staying away? Anything like that?
You know what? The weather has been beautiful for the animals and the people. And as far as what happened, like the judging on Tuesday, it was awesome, and the quality and everything of the exhibits are just outstanding. And then as well as all of the different shows and things, we're actually up like in horses, so we have more horses at the fair this year, and which is always a good thing. And but yeah, so I think everything is looking good, and we'll just for next year we'll just keep on hoping for even more.
Any kids in their last year that you've been with a long time for Norman County 4-H? Any kids entering their last year of a showing?
You know, I don't believe so. I think this might be one of those years we don't have anybody graduating out. So
that's something you both like to see, but I'm sure. But also it's like it's nice to have kids move on throughout the system.
But I also have to say too, I've been really visiting and talking to a lot of 4-H alumni that have graduated out and are off doing, whether they've gotten married or gone to school or just and are now in a profession. They come back to the Norman County Fair and have to check things out and really enjoy that piece of the time that they spent in 4-H.
Okay. And then just finally, as a person who's been with 4-H for so long and have been, of course, educating kids on it and different things like that, just why is the 4-H just a good opportunity for kids in our region?
4-H is just such an excellent opportunity for those youth to learn more, the educational piece, but then they also get that mentoring piece with an adult, a caring adult, and they also are able to have opportunities for things like leadership building and really building on those steps and being able then to bring back those skills and use them in their communities later in their life. So those are some of the pieces, and so I guess those are some of the important pieces. and I was going to say also, even being able to get up in front of people and talk. And I know you've been doing lots of interviews, and that is an awesome opportunity for those youth to get up in front of a camera, and also then be able to have questions by someone else, and other than parents or me, or that type of thing. And so it really is an awesome opportunity for that as well.
Awesome. Well, Linda, thanks for your time here today, and good luck with the rest of the fair.
Thank you so much.
And we're here with Madeline Crompton as our 4-H Spotlight continues here on YourLiveEvent.com. And Madeline, tell us a little bit about some of the events you're competing in here this year.
Well, for my static projects in the 4-H building, this year I decided to make a cake, and I got Grand Champion on that, so I'm super happy about that. I've also entered a few photography pictures. On one of them I got Reserve Champion. Again, really happy about that. And then just a few others here and there.
Okay. And what about for animals? What animals are you going to be showing?
This year I brought 2 beef commercial heifers, one for 4-H and one for FFA.
Okay. And tell us the difference between competing in a 4-H event and competing in an FFA event. How do they differ?
Well, just the biggest difference is 4-H is for 4-H, and I can go to the Minnesota State Fair for that. And for FFA, it's through the school instead of just like a club kind of activity. So, yeah.
Okay. And just talking more on your cake, was it the one that was a 4-H cake?
Yes, it was.
And what kind of cake did you make?
I made a vanilla buttercream cake from scratch. It was a new recipe that I tried, and I'm super happy on the way it turned out.
Okay, and another question for you would be do you like staying busy during the fair? Because it seems like you're in a little bit of everything.
Yes and no. I like being able to do not everything, but kind of staying busy, but otherwise I don't really know what to do. So
okay, and then we talked with Michael earlier, and Michael said he's the best when it comes to showing cattle. Would you agree with him on that?
Yeah, I probably would. Even though he's younger, he probably has more experience than me, and yeah.
Okay, but is there still some sort of sibling rivalry going on there where it's like, I need to show that I'm the better cow shower?
Definitely, but this year he's going to be the better one because he bought his own Hereford this year, but I'm really proud of him for what he's done with it.
Okay, and you of course also have 2 other younger brothers, and do you kind of play like a mentorship role for them? Do you try to teach them the ropes a little bit of 4-H?
Yeah, I definitely do, and Billy has really gotten to like it, and same with Gene. But both Billy and Gene are showing chickens this year in the open class, which is something new, so I think they're excited.
Awesome. And do they listen to you often, or is it selective listening?
Definitely selective listening, especially when it comes for Billy.
Awesome. And then when it comes to just advice that you'd give to other 4-Hers, what's some advice that you'd give to a younger 4-Her?
I definitely say try something new, and just enjoy it, and then just don't be super competitive about it. Yes, it can get competitive, but don't get down when you maybe lose or didn't go how it wanted to go, because you always have next year, and then you can try it again or try something new.
Awesome. And then a final question for you would be is the goal to kind of get back to the state, or have you already qualified for it? Just over, what's the goal there?
This year my goal is to get to the state fair with one of my heifers, but if not, I will be able to take my cake or another entry that I did in the static building.
Awesome. Well, Madeline, thanks for your time here today, and good luck with the rest of your events.
Yes, thank you.
And we are here with Casey Olson, Norman County 4-H. And Casey, I know you just told me before we started here today that you just got done competing, I believe it was horses.
Yep.
So I guess you just want to tell me what you competed in and how it went.
I competed in pleasure events and games, and we did okay in pleasure, but we did good in games. So.
And what's the difference between a pleasure event and a game?
Pleasure is more slower and held back, and games is more competitive and stuff. But I guess if people are into pleasure more, it's opposite. But
okay. And which one do you prefer more, the pleasure or the game?
I like games more, but I can also like pleasure stuff too.
And I know you play a multitude of different games, and I guess which one would be your favorite to compete in?
Probably barrels or keyhole.
Okay. And how long have you been riding horse?
I've been riding my whole life, but I've competed in 4-H for 5 years, I think.
Okay. And how have your results been in the past? Are you seeing a improvement throughout the years, or?
Yeah, I've seen a big improvement.
Awesome. What area do you feel you've improved most?
Like, what do you mean?
Just, we could go to a different question. So, I guess just another question for you would be, with a 4-H, what's been maybe a favorite memory you've made over the years?
Just getting my horse here and like competing, I guess. So.
Okay. And tell us a bit about your horse. What their name is, how long you've been riding them, and just different information like that.
So we got him 5 years ago. He's 19. His name is Bandit, and I've been riding him ever since.
Okay. And just tell us a bit about the horse's personality. Is he like stubborn? Is he pretty easygoing? Just tell us a bit more.
He's really sweet. He used to be way sweeter, but he's been competing more on, so he's been a little bit more stubborn, but otherwise he's really sweet.
And Casey, what's maybe a piece of advice you'd give to a person maybe just starting out horseback riding?
Just keep going, and even though that you're maybe getting the last place, you got to start somewhere. And
awesome. Well, Casey, thanks for your time here today, and good luck with the rest of your events.
Thanks.
And it's time for another 4-H Spotlight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Here today with Jeffrey Babolian. And Jeff, you have a chicken here with us today during the interview. Tell us a bit more about the chicken.
Well, the chickens that I have, they would normally get held a lot, but we haven't done that much this year because we have whole lots of other animals we got to take care of.
Okay. And are you showing chickens here today as well?
Well, I'm not showing them today. I'm showing them tomorrow. I'm just getting them used to being held.
Okay. And what does showing a chicken consist of? What are the things that the judges look for, and how do you guys train for that?
How you hold the chicken, how you put it back, and how you take it out. And then you got to practice that so you can do it right.
Okay. How much practice have you done before the fair here to make sure you're getting that practice in?
Not that much. I'm doing that today.
Okay. And Jeffrey, we talked with your brother earlier this week, and I guess is there a sibling rivalry also going on between you two?
Kinda.
Kind of, or is he just win more, and or what? How does the competition usually go?
Normally, it's just like we take turns, like winning. I won with the horse yesterday, and then because I got 2 grand champions with 2 blue ribbons, and I got 3 more blue ribbons and 3 reserve grand champions.
Okay, and does that mean you're going to be able to go to the state fair as well?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
And have you been to the state fair before?
No.
So if you do qualify for that, are you going to be very excited for that, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about other events? Are you doing any other events the rest of the week besides chickens?
I'm doing cats today.
Okay, and what's your cat's name?
Itty Bitty Pencils.
Itty Bitty Pencils? How'd you come up with that name?
When we got her, she was so tiny that she was so tiny, so I named her Itty Bitty Pencils. Then she got super fat, but now she's normal size.
Okay. And what's your favorite animal to show or perform with at the fair?
Probably my cat.
Okay. And how about and you mentioned that you also had some success with the horses. What's your favorite thing about being able to do horses?
I get to go fast.
Okay. Well, Jeffrey, before we get going here today, was there just a final question for you what's your favorite thing about being able to compete in 4-H?
That I get to show my animals and I get to get ribbons and prizes.
Awesome. Well, Jeffrey, thanks for your time here today, and good luck with the rest of the week.
Yep.
And it's time for another 4-H Spotlight here on YourLiveEvent.com, here with Evan Brandt of Norman County 4-H. And Evan, just tell us a little bit about the competitions that you're competing in here today, tomorrow, and throughout the rest of the fair.
Well, only projects I had this year was the hog show, and I had breeding gilt and market barrow.
Okay, and tell us, kind of explain to us what those events are, what they kind of look for in the pig, and just kind of how the judging of that consists of.
Well, in the breeding gilt this year, they looked at the main front shoulders and they wanted them pretty wide, and they like the wide stance pigs. And in the market barrows, you wanted your head up and flat back, wide shoulders, and wide hams.
Okay, and how do you choose a pig to use in a competition like this?
You want to look at their structure. You want the hams to pop out when they're young, and you want their shoulders to be able to fill out good.
Okay, and how long have you been showing pigs?
Since I was 9.
Okay, and what are the areas you've seen the most growth in over the last few years as you continue to do this year in and year out?
I love doing the breeding gilts.
Okay. And Evan, how long have you been in 4-H in general? Have you been in since you've been showing pigs, or were you in the organization before that?
I was in it before that.
Okay. And what's been your favorite memory made during 4-H and competing in competitions like this?
Well, just being out in the ring, talking to the judge, showing him your pig, and it's just a thrill to be out there.
Okay. And in terms of preparation for an event like this, how much practice do you have to do with a pig typically before you're even be able to go out into the ring?
Well, you want to feed them out good, and you want to practice with them every day.
Okay. And with the fair, of course, where it's just more than just a 4-H event. So, what fair event or like activity are you looking forward to most that's not affiliated with 4-H?
Well, I like looking at the red tractors.
So you're a case guy?
Yeah.
Awesome. And in terms of like goals, what's your ultimate goal of the fair here today? Is it to just get better, qualify for state? What kind of goal are you setting for yourself?
Next year, breed top of the line show pigs.
Okay. And what will it take to do that? Is it just just kind of walk us through what it'll take to do that?
Awesome genetics, good feed, and a lot of money.
Awesome. Well, Evan, before we get going here today, was there anything else you wanted to say either about 4-H, any shout-outs, anything like that while we're up here?
Well, it's fun to be in, and you'll have a blast if you're not in it.
Awesome. Well, Evan, thanks for your time here today, and good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
And it's time for another 4-H Spotlight here on YourLiveEvent.com, here with Audrey Ellingson. And Audrey, I see you have some hardware here with us here today, so just tell me a little bit about what you have here.
So for open class, I got reserve champion with my market barrow, and then I got reserve champion in 4-H with my market barrow, and reserve champion in senior showmanship.
Okay, and reserve champion, how does that work? Does that mean you're qualified for state, or how does that work?
Yeah, that means first and second normally qualify for state fair, and then a few extras after that.
Okay, and have you been to the state fair before, or is this a first-time qualification for you?
I've qualified the past 3 years, but I've only gone 1 year so far.
Okay. And when you did go to the state fair, what stood out to you most about the competition there?
They're a lot more intense there. Like, a lot more people are very, hardcore about it compared to here, where it's just kind of, for fun. There, it's this is what I do type of thing, you know?
And just overall, how did you do when you were at the state fair in terms of your performance? Were you happy with it?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I didn't get last, so, that's pretty good, but definitely got to up my game if I go again, because...
Okay. And how long have you been in competing in 4-H?
I've been in 4-H ever since Clover Buds, so 3rd grade-ish.
Okay. And what's been your favorite thing about 4-H over the years? What has been, I guess, just your favorite part of it?
Honestly, my favorite part's probably I just get to meet so many new people, so many friends, and it's just a different experience compared to school stuff and sports and whatnot. So. Okay.
And what would be a best piece of advice that you could give to someone maybe just starting out in 4-H or a Clover Bud kind of moving into that competition spot?
I would say just have fun with it. The place you get doesn't really matter as long as you're having fun.
Okay. And just another 4-H related thing would just be why should someone join 4-H? What is it about the organization that really stands out and I guess just kind of resonates with you?
Once again, probably the people, and you just learn so much about animals, and you develop another level of respect for them.
Okay. And then what competitions are you all competing in? Are you done now with the fair, or do you have more coming up?
I'm done for today, and then I show my pig in the auction tomorrow morning.
Okay. And how does the auction work for that? What is the auction for audience who aren't familiar with that?
So you pick one of your pigs and you just show it, and then there's a bunch of different businesses and people who will like bid on it, and it's just really cool experience.
Okay. Well, Audrey, before we get going, was there anything else about 4-H that you wanted to share with our audience before we get going, or any shout-outs, anything like that?
No, just have fun with it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time here today.
Thank you.